Okay, this is my new supply chain project, and I did a new Red Bull flavor. So for company background, the company was founded in the mid 1980s, and the founder came up with the idea after he came across a beverage formulated by his host while he was visiting Thailand. Red Bull is currently the largest energy drink on the market, and they hold the largest share at 43% in 2022. There are currently 150 types of Red Bull products in the market, and they have a huge competitive advantage against its rivals due to their aggressive marketing tactics and a supply chain advantage because they have their own distribution network. For Red Bull supply chain, they do have their own distribution network, and it operates in 32 of the 50 states in the US. And they also manufacture most of their products in the Austrian and Swiss Alps, and they actually source the water for their drinks from the local springs. They also have 3 primary production plants in the US, and those are located in Phoenix, Arizona, Corpus Christi, Texas, and Raleigh, North Carolina. They also work with distribution companies and wholesalers across the US in order to get their products to the needed locations. And so, for example, in Missouri, they work with Heart of America Beverage, and they use them to get their products to like Walmarts and gas stations and other grocery stores. So they basically follow the flow of factory to distributor to wholesaler to retailer. For competitors, the main one is Monster. They were founded in 1935 and they had sales of 1.71 billion in 2023. They're partially owned by Coca-Cola and they don't have their own private distribution company. They go through Coca-Cola. And in Q2 of 2022, Monster was having issues where they had to pay 66.7 million in higher freight costs because they were struggling to shift their aluminum can sourcing from international to sourcing the cans just in the US. For Celsius, it was founded in 2004 and it was backed by billionaire Carl DeSantis. It is marketed as a healthier drink and they have a partnership with PepsiCo, and so they go through PepsiCo's distribution network. And so the way in which PepsiCo distributes their products, there's 3 ways: direct store delivery, customer warehouse, or third-party distribution networks. For Bang, the idea began in 1993, but the product didn't hit the shelves until 2012. Like Celsius, it was marketed as a healthier drink, but unfortunately they had to deal with a lawsuit with Sony Music where they were using their music without permission. And then Monster ended up buying out Bang in a $362 million deal, and I believe that happened in 2023. So for the new product, it's a limited edition cotton candy flavor that will be available during the summer and sold only at Walmart. This is something that's Red Bull has done in the past before, where they have had limited edition summer flavors. For example, they have 2 new flavors that are out right now. For the supplier, we will be using Wildpack Beverage. The co-packing facility is located in Austin, Texas, but they have offices located across the US. They do the entire drink production manufacturing process from making the liquid and the flavor to putting it on the truck. So the cost for the liquid, it's about 20 cents per can, so like 5 cents for the syrup and then 15 cents for filling it up in the can. The 12-ounce can costs about 50 cents per printed can, and that total cost includes the liquid and the flavor and the can. And then it's about an extra 10 cents, so 60 cents for the 4-pack because of the overpack box that it comes in. Then the 8.4-ounce can, it's 48 cents per can, and then 58 cents for the 4-pack. So the customers are Walmart's customers, which gives us an advantage because Walmart holds 25.2% of the grocery market share, and there are currently 4,618 Walmarts spread across the US. 63% of people aged 18 to 29 said they shopped for their groceries at Walmart in 2023, and then 67% of people aged 30 to 49 years old shopped at Walmart in 2023, which is good because Red Bull's target market is right in there. It's people aged 15 to 35. And the summer flavor will sell as the same price as the regular line. That's how they're doing it right now. So that's how we're going to keep doing it to not deter customers from buying the product. So the 12-ounce sells for $2.88. The 8.4-ounce sells for $2.38. The 12-ounce 4-pack sells for $10.98. And then the 8.4-ounce 4-pack sells for $7.68. So how much will be sold? We'll assume that the new flavor is only going to take up about 3 to 5% of Red Bull's overall market in the US, and we'll just start out with 3% just because it is a new product. I went into Walmart and kind of counted how many they were selling on the shelves, and they sell mostly of the 12-ounce singles, followed by the 8.4-ounce singles, and then followed by the respective 4-packs. So I just broke that down into percentages. So 67 or 65% of the sales will be the single 12-ounce, 15% of the sales will be the 8.4-ounce singles, and then the 4-packs, both the 12-ounce and the 8.4-ounce, will be 10% of sales. And I called up a few of the local Walmarts here, and each of them on average receive about 150 cases of Red Bull each week, with 24 cans per case. So that's about 3,600 cans per week. So how much will be sold? I'm not going to go into detail with all of the math just because that would take a long time, but I just broke down how many cans are being sold currently, and then multiplied that by how many Walmarts there are in the US, and then multiplied that by the overall market percentage, and then by the percentage of how much each of the ounces take up in the market. And so that gets us to about, for the 12-ounce, about 913 will be sold throughout the whole summer at one Walmart. For the 8.4-ounce, it'll be 211 throughout the whole summer. The 8.4 4-pack will be 39 cases sold over the whole summer, so 140 cans. And then the 12-pack, the 12-ounce 4-pack will be about the same. It's also 39 cases sold throughout the whole summer, and that's 140 cans. For the distribution costs, we'll be going through Walmart's distribution network. Again, I called out local Walmarts, and it costs about $300 per truckload to get to one store. And one distribution center delivers to about 100 to 200 Walmarts. So for this, we'll just use 150 for an average. So I just multiply the 300 by the 150 for one delivery per month. And so that's about 45,000 per month. Multiply that by how many centers there are, and then how many months in the summer. It's about 6.2 million for distribution cost across Walmart. For WildPak getting the truckloads to the first distribution centers, it's about 1,500 per truckload, and they can fit about 202,442 cans, and that's about 33 truckloads. And then multiply that by the 1,500, it'll be about 49,500 for WildPak's distribution. And then the cost to actually move the trucks throughout the Walmart distribution network, there are 47 distribution centers that Walmart has, and then 300 per delivery. It's about 14,100 to move the truckloads throughout the distribution network. So it'll be about 6.2 million for overall distribution costs. This is Walmart's distribution network. It'll start down in the purple dot in Austin, Texas, where the co-packing facility is located, then move throughout. And you can see with the blue arrows how that's going to move throughout the network. Some states don't have distribution centers, and so they will receive truckloads directly to their Walmart from neighboring states that do have distribution systems. And I've broken down the states that don't have distribution centers. For drink production costs, I already broke this down earlier, but the total cost for that will be about 3.3 million. And then for sales and profit, I multiplied the cost per drink or per 4-pack by how many are going to be sold throughout the summer at one Walmart. And then I multiplied that by how many Walmarts there are in the US, and that gets us to about 17.8 million. And then down there we have the profit, and so I just took the sales and then just subtracted all the distribution and the drink production costs, and that gives us a profit of about 8.1 million. For projected sales in 5 years, we're going to assume that the new flavor will take up about 5% of the market as it continues to grow, and then we're also going to assume that Walmart's going to open up 5 new stores and 3 new distribution centers. Just because Walmart is a massive company, it's going to continue to grow. So again, I just broke down the math, and for the 12-ounce can, it'll be about 7 million. For the 8.4 ounce, it'll be 1.6 million. And then both of the 4-packs, it'll be about 1 million of those being sold, and then 270,446 cases. And then again, I just broke down, like I did before, how many are going to be sold throughout the summer. So it'll be about 1,521 sold for the 12-ounce singles. For the 8.4 ounce singles, it'll be 351, and then the both of the 4-packs, it'll be about 65 cases sold throughout the whole summer, and that's 234 cans. For the revenue, I just did the same thing as before, except I assume that the cost will increase just naturally due to inflation, and so with that, the sales across one Walmart will be about 8,000 and $38 million across all the Walmarts. And then I'm also going to assume that the production cost will increase as well. So I increased both of those by about 15 cents, and that gives us total drink production costs of about 7.6 million. And then with the wild pack distribution costs, I also assume that it would increase naturally over the next 5 years to about 2,000. And so that'll cost about $108,000 for wild packs distribution, and then for Walmart's distribution, again, I assumed that it was going to increase, and so I made that $350 per truckload instead of $300. And then, like I said before, we'll assume that they've opened up about 3 more distribution centers, and so the total distribution cost for wild pack and Walmart will be about 7.8 million. And then broken down is the new projected profit over the next 5 years, and that is about 23 million. And I believe that's everything. Thank you.